Hey everybody, today we've got a showdown between Robert F. Kennedy Jr. for the Democrats and Donald Trump for the Republicans. This was suggested to me in the comments. I recently did a matchup between RFK and Tucker Carlson. Small spoiler, Trump is going to do a little bit better, but this is a difficult thing to predict. The main question I asked myself is, how much Trump vote will cross over and support Kennedy, and how much of the Democratic vote will Kennedy lose? Those are the two things at odds. And as always, there's different paths you could take. You might say that so many Democrats hate RFK. They think he's a conspiracy theorist. There's no chance they're going to come out for him. His turnout is going to drop. Trump would win easily. Yeah, maybe. But the way I see it going is Kennedy is being smeared right now because he's a threat to Biden and the establishment. If he were actually in the general election, who knows if he actually defeated Biden in the primary and there's resentment there. But either way, once it's Kennedy versus Trump, then the outsider threat the establishment is going to go against is going to be Trump, because in the end, Kennedy is likely to pivot toward the center, and most Democratic voters, they're going to realize they have far more in common with Kennedy than with Trump. So at first, some of them are going to say they're never going to vote for him, but in the end, a lot of them are going to hold their noses or just vote for the party, and that's where Kennedy is going to end up doing well. Now, some voters would not come out for Kennedy at all. That's true. But at the same time, Trump is not going to gain any new voters off of Kennedy. He's only going to lose some. It might not be a lot, but there's enough persuadable voters and independents in the middle that wouldn't end up going toward Kennedy. So having said that, I try to take a middle-of-the-road approach. Let's go through these states. We will start in Alaska, and that's going to get down under 10, probably around high single digits, likely for Trump. Hawaii, safe for Kennedy. Back up to the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, California. Those are still going to be over 10, safe for Kennedy. Now we've got Nevada. That's going to be leans for Kennedy. Idaho and Utah, safe for Trump. Arizona, leans for Kennedy. Montana and Wyoming will be safe for Trump. Colorado, low double digits, maybe only 10 or 11, safe for Kennedy. New Mexico, likely for Kennedy. North and South Dakota, safe for Trump. Nebraska at large, safe for Trump. The 2nd District, leans for Kennedy. Kansas and Oklahoma safe for Trump. Texas, that'll get just under 5, probably around 4, 4.5. Leans for Trump. Let's go to Minnesota. I think Kennedy has more to lose here in the suburbs. I don't think Trump is going to lose much in the red counties, so it's going to get down probably 4 to 5 points. Leans for Kennedy. Iowa, also 4 to 5 points. Leans for Trump. Missouri, low double digits, safe for Trump. Arkansas, Louisiana, safe for Trump. Now we've got Wisconsin. This could go either way. I could see Kennedy losing a little bit more support here than Trump, so I do have it flipping under 1 point tilt for Trump. Illinois, low double digits, safe for Kennedy. Michigan, 1 to 3 points, leans for Kennedy. Indiana, safe for Trump. Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, safe for Trump. Now we've got Florida, Trump's home state. This is about 4.5 to 5 points, leans for Trump. Georgia, that's going to be leans for Kennedy. South Carolina, safe for Trump. North Carolina, very close, but in this matchup I see Trump doing 1 to 2 points worse, and it's going to go tilt for Kennedy. Now we've got Ohio. This will hit about 5 to 6 points, likely for Trump. West Virginia, safe for Trump. Up to Maine at large, likely for Kennedy. 1st District, safe for Kennedy. 2nd District, low single digits, leans for Trump. New Hampshire, just over 5 points, likely for Kennedy. Now you've got the blue states: Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and Washington, D.C., safe for Kennedy. Pennsylvania will be very close, but I have it as a tilt for Kennedy. Last state is Virginia. That's going to be likely for Kennedy. So the final total here is 309 for Kennedy, 229 for Trump. Trump does a little bit better than Tucker Carlson, but both of these are outlandish and hard to gauge. I said most of my thoughts at the beginning. Trump is going to lose a little bit of his tenuous support to Kennedy. Independents are going to break toward Kennedy, as well as independents. Kennedy is going to gain some disaffected Democrats, and he's going to lose some of the base that are really upset that he's not Biden, but in the end, they're going to be more scared of Trump, and that's going to motivate enough of them to come out, and Trump is going to lose a lot of these states narrowly, but 1 or 2 points is enough to put Kennedy in the White House. I just think the establishment, as well as most of the media, would see Trump as the bigger threat. Kennedy would pivot toward the middle. The smears around him would dry up. Democrats would get most of what they already support in Kennedy. So the small percentage that would end up staying home, I don't think would be enough for Trump to win it. Now, of course, it's close. There's a good electoral gap here, but most of the states are close enough to where Trump is competitive in all the swing states. And you could make a case that maybe Trump does worse in the Republican establishment states like Kansas. Maybe Missouri gets down to a 9-point margin. Maybe a couple blue states like Oregon or New Jersey, maybe the voter turnout is scrambled in those states and those could get down to a likely margin. There's some different routes you could take, but in the end, I think Kennedy, he's always been a Democrat. He is a Democrat. Maybe he has 2 or 3 views that don't line up purely with the establishment, and for some reason that's not allowed. But I think a lot of voters view that as refreshing, and if you're a Democrat, you have a ton more in common with Kennedy than with Trump. Both of them, I guess, would be anti-establishment, but I think in a general election, Kennedy would not lean so much in that direction. Trump would always be considered an outsider. He has pretty much everybody against him, and of course there's all the contentious issues both of them would have to deal with. They would have to have a debate. We'd have to hear where they stand on vaccine policy, abortion, Social Security, immigration, Ukraine, etc. I think it would be highly entertaining, possibly a lot of fireworks. The establishment might go crazy at first seeing these two in a general election, but I think a lot of voters are tired of being told who to support, and this time I do see Kennedy coming out on top, but this is just what I think. You're going to have your own map, so let me know in the comments. Do you agree with this map? If not, which states would you change? How do you see this one going? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.